Hello everybody, I'm Danrvdtree2000, also known as Dan2x15 on Xbox Live, and welcome to another WWE predictions video. And for today we're predicting WWE Wrestlemania Backlash 2022, and this is gonna be good. This is for you guys that have never watched a predictions video from me before. I have two lots of predictions. It's who I think is going to win, which is who WWE have booked to win, and who I want to win. They're two different types of predictions. So let's, without further ado, let's go on to the first matchup for WWE Wrestlemania Backlash. That's the first match. And the first match is Happy Corbin versus Madcap Moss. Well, we finally had these two implode, and Madcap Moss is trying to get over, so to speak, and he's doing alright actually. I like him. He tells some corny ass dad jokes, and so to be honest, as a man that loves a good dad joke, I am getting behind Madcap Moss as he won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal before WrestleMania on SmackDown, and you know what? I'm actually kind of getting into this feud. I think this will be the last. I don't think this isn't going to last as long, because that's just like any tag team breaking up type of thing. Eventually, I feel like I can kind of see these two getting back together. It's not exactly an exciting match, but if it's going to kick off WWE WrestleMania Backlash, I love Baron Corbin as a heel, and he's one of my favourites, probably in my top 10 favourite heels of all time. But who do I think is going to win? Madcap Moss. But who do I want to win? I actually want Happy Corbin to win, because he needs this win ever since WrestleMania and losing to Drew McIntyre. I actually want Happy Corbin to beat up Madcap Moss. As much as I like Madcap Moss, he needs to get a little bit more momentum before getting a victory. I feel like this is the way it's going to go. So yeah, I actually think Madcap Moss will win, because, you know, why not? But I actually want Happy Corbin to win this, just because I like the guy as a heel, and he's very, very talented, and he makes you hate him. A lot of people don't like that about Baron Corbin, but that means that's why he's doing his job correctly. So, you know, Happy Corbin all the way here, folks, for me. So, yeah, but we shall see come WrestleMania Backlash. But we're going to go straight off to the next match. And the next match is Bobby Lashley, the almighty former WWE champion Bobby Lashley, is going one-on-one with Omos. And my predictions were not exactly true the first time when these two faced off at WrestleMania, but now the roles are reversed, as well. Omos has got MVP with him at ringside, because Bobby Lashley didn't need MVP at WrestleMania to defeat Omos. Now, this is a good spin on things. I mean, yeah. But Omos is not that great on the microphone, so to have MVP to do the talking for him and only have Omos say a couple of things, this is great. It's like the Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar type of thing. So it makes good sense to have MVP turn on Bobby Lashley. Now, do I like a babyface Bobby Lashley? Meh. If it's done right, as a babyface powerhouse like Drew McIntyre is, then I think I could get used to it. As long as he doesn't do some... as long as Bobby Lashley doesn't become the Roman Reigns babyface, where he does bad promos and is given to us constantly in championship matches. So I want this babyface Bobby Lashley to be the Drew McIntyre babyface, where he supports the fans, but it is an ass kicker at the same time. But I'll get to Drew McIntyre in a bit, but let's focus on this matchup. This is a good rivalry so far. We've had Bobby Lashley beat Omos, But who do I think is going to win this time round? Well, I thought it was going to be Omos last time, but I'm sticking with it this time due to the storyline and the way the things are. So I think it'll be Omos. But I want Bobby Lashley, because I want this brand new powerhouse ass kicker Bobby Lashley that we can all cheer for. Don't really want a babyface Bobby. I want an ass kicking babyface, someone that's in between, where he'll kick your ass if you get and stand in his way. So you can cheer for Bobby Lashley, you can boo for Bobby Lashley. It won't bother him to the slightest because he's Bobby Lashley. That is the Bobby Lashley I want to see. So if he goes out there and kicks Omos' ass for a second time, I mean, technically he's already beaten twice. Once in a match, once in an arm wrestling contest, but he got his ass kicked after that arm wrestling contest. So we shall see what happens at WrestleMania Backlash. Personally, this time I feel like MVP is going to get involved somehow. So one way or another, shenanigans will happen, and Omos will pick up the victory. But that's just my opinion and my predictions for this matchup. So it could happen. We shall see. But we're going to go on to the next match. And the next match is AJ Styles versus... No, he's not really the rated R superstar anymore. He is the leader of the Judgment Day, Edge. So yeah, the commentators need to really work on that. He's no longer the rated R superstar. He's a Hall of Famer, yes. But this is the new Edge, and I like this new Edge. It's personally, no pun intended, he's got quite an edge to him. That's Edge. He's an edgy character, get it? Never mind. I'm funny. But yeah, this is actually a rematch for AJ Styles. Now, first we got Damian Priest, who just recently joined forces with Edge because of the victory that AJ Styles over Damian Priest on Raw recently. Means that Damian Priest is barred from ringside, and with Finn Balor helping out AJ Styles on Raw as well. That was too sweet for him to do, if you catch my drift. But yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of speculation, which again, I don't really go too much into detail when I go and look on the forums and stuff like that, but when I do scroll past it. The speculation is that maybe Finn Balor could turn, and to be honest, if he turns against AJ Styles, it would make sense, as he has that demon who's recently lost his edge, so he wants to find that edge back. And well, think about it. There's only one man for the job to help him find it again. After all, that's what he did with Damian Priest, so he could do that for Finn Balor. If he's building up a big giant stable, I think it could be a great way to do it. But this is a tricky one, because I was wrong. I thought maybe AJ Styles was going to win at WrestleMania, but I was wrong about that. So, but I feel like because it's the rematch, I feel like AJ Styles is going to win this one. So I think it'll be AJ Styles that wins this matchup, and I want it to be AJ Styles. But I kind of feel like something screwed that could happen, and Damian Priest will get involved regardless. Maybe after the match, and that's when we have Finn Balor come down and looks like he's going to save his partner, but doesn't. That could be very interesting to see. So we'll find out at WrestleMania Backlash who wins this match. Personally, like I said, I'm going for AJ Styles, but it could be Edge. After all, with this new persona, I feel like they're building up that new persona of Edge. So he might be 2-0 over AJ Styles. and then they can move on to the next opponent. But we will find out at WrestleMania Backlash. And I'm going to go on to the next match. Go. Up next is a 6-man tag team matchup, which had a title match for the Undisputed Championship and the unification matchup taken away from us. This is interesting and it makes good storytelling for Backlash because, let's face it, I feel like the unification matchup needs to take place in a much better setting. So not necessarily Backlash or Money in the Bank. Personally, I think they should do that at SummerSlam. So it's good storytelling. So anyone that's complaining about that we had the unification match between RK-Bro and the Usos taken away from them, they might be saving that for something big like SummerSlam, Survivor Series, or something major. So don't worry, that is coming. We just got this match first, and to plant the seeds between both lots of teams, because chances are we're also going to see Drew McIntyre versus Roman Reigns for the Undisputed Universal Heavyweight Championship in the future too. Possibly at Money in the Bank, but most likely SummerSlam. So with that being said, let's get on with the predictions for this match right here, which is Drew McIntyre and the Raw Tag Team Champions RK-Bro versus Roman Reigns, the WWE Universal, the WWE Undisputed Universal Heavyweight Champion, and the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Usos, the Bloodline. This is going to be big. There's going to be finishes galore. This is going to be a hard-hitting matchup. This is very hard for me to make the predictions here. I love both teams. I love RK-Bro. I love Drew McIntyre. I love Roman Reigns. I love the Usos. I love this entire acknowledge the Tribal Chief. But due to the fact that I have an RK-Bro t-shirt, and I also have a Bloodline t-shirt as well, it's very difficult. So, I'm going to give one for each one. Who do I think is going to win? The Bloodline. Who do I want to win? RK-Bro and Drew McIntyre. It's going to be one hell of a fight. But let's see how that fight turns out. It's going to be this big matchup between both two solid teams. It's going to go down at WrestleMania Backlash. I can't wait, personally. I really can't wait to see how these plant seeds for both separate matches of Drew McIntyre versus Roman Reigns, the Usos versus RK-Bro, unification match in the future. It's in the works. They're going to get planted soon. And the rivalry has only just begun. So keep that in mind. So we will find out. I mean, it's Sunday as we speak. So that's gonna be tonight. All these matches that I'm predicting are happening tonight. I will watch it tomorrow on Monday on my third and final day of this week. It's gonna be good. So stay tuned for that. So on to the next match. SmackDown Women's Championship I Quit match. As the champion Charlotte Flair, SmackDown Women's Champion Charlotte Flair, this is Ronda Rousey. Man, this one's gonna be good. I never liked Ronda Rousey and I never will. Well, not as a person, but in wrestling in general, okay? She's a genuine human being. She's a mum, and, I like her as a human being and all of the accomplishments that she's done outside of WWE. I've just not liked her in WWE. I mean, it's the same case of celebrities being in wrestling. She's technically a celebrity because she's an Olympian and it still counts. All of the others were natural at this. They were raised in the wrestling ring. I mean, I admire that she's a very talented wrestler, don't get me wrong. But I just don't like her. So I'm going for Charlotte Flair all the way here. Even though I think it'll be Ronda Rousey that wins, I want Charlotte Flair to beat her and make her say I quit. I don't want it to be a quick match, but I feel like that something's gonna happen, something's gonna go down. I don't like how it will, because let's face it, I'm gonna say it now, that the WWE Universe are all hypocrites, because they were practically in 2019, 2018, when Ronda Rousey was champion then, they were pretty much booing her out the building every time she arrived. But now she suddenly makes a good comeback. Everyone loves a good comeback story, they're cheering her on, so I don't know what to make of that. But what we got was Charlotte Flair defeating Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania, and I was like, thank God. It wasn't the way that I was thinking it was going to go, but I called it realistically. So, Charlotte Flair, let's hope you win. Come on, I actually want you to win this one. Under my own opinion, Charlotte is the man, the better woman to kick her ass in an I Quit match. But I think it'll be Ronda Rousey. So, with all that being said and how I feel about her, it's gonna be Ronda Rousey for the victory here. No doubt about it. So we'll go on to the next match, and hopefully I'll be less biased. Next match. And the final main event of the evening, which I don't know if this will be, is Cody Rhodes. The man returned at WrestleMania, and he got a huge pop regardless. Let's face it, you all knew he was practically solid. You all knew he was there, so it doesn't really matter anyway. But you still made a big pop, and you know, I don't really want to go on to a rant. I'm going to save that for another day. All I can say is, once again, forearms ruined a good return, even though Cody Rhodes still got the biggest pop of the night at WrestleMania. This match, it's a no-brainer. Seth Rollins has to beat Cody Rhodes for it to be 1-1, but he won. We saw what happened at WrestleMania. Even though Seth Rollins is prepared and he knows that he's got Cody Rhodes, it's possible that some shenanigans might happen. Maybe have Seth Rollins get some help from maybe Kevin Owens, but he's got his own thing with Ezekiel for whatever reason. Ezekiel was Elias' younger brother. I don't know what his problem is, but going back to this match, other match, I think this is going to be a clean victory for Cody Rhodes, and it'll just end the same way as it did at WrestleMania. So, with that being said, who do I think is going to win? Cody Rhodes! Who do I want to win? Cody Rhodes. This is going to be big. This is going to be huge. And all I can say before I end this video is, come on WWE 2K. I want you to give us an extra DLC for absolutely nothing. Give us Cody Rhodes. That's all I ask. I would love to be able to play as Cody Rhodes, but if I have to wait an extra year before I can play as him, that's good as well. But yeah, Cody Rhodes all the way here. This is going to be big. This is going to be WrestleMania Backlash tonight. I'm going to watch it tomorrow night, and it's going to be big. This is going to be huge. Can't wait for it. It's going to be something. I don't know what's going to happen. These are just my predictions. I'm Danrvdtree2000, also known as Dan2x15 on Xbox Live, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know who you think is going to win tonight. Before WrestleMania Backlash comes around. And I'm going to see you on the WrestleMania Backlash review. And until then, goodbye. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you want to watch the previous video, click on the video on the left. But if you want to watch the playlist, then click on the video on the right. Also, feel free to click subscribe by clicking on the Master Chief icon on the top